Hello friends, how are you? Hope you are doing very good. I welcome you to my YouTube channel Practicing RPA. This is the third video in a series on my ETINA automation project. Okay, so I'll just quickly recap you what we did in last video. Okay, so I'll show you the main file over here. So where we have grabbed the data in my first video, and then we have just iterating the data from my top 50 companies .csv file. Okay, so what we did in last video, we have just read that file which we have a top 50 companies named, and then we open the browser and then iterate through for each row. Okay, so this is how we have formulated our project. So we got the row from a data table which we have defined in the for each loop, right? And we have a data table from read csv, that is output underscore top 50 companies name. Okay, so this is how we have built this project so far. So I'll just quickly debug you to remind that what error we were getting in last video. Just have a look on this. So my project has already been executing. Okay, so I have already put it two breakpoints over here. One is click span and another one is where you search your share, which we are getting from top 50 .csv file. Okay, so here I can see the one thing, if you are observing as well, that my browser is not maximizing automatically. It should happen because of it is not looking good, because of sometimes what happens, if your browser is not in maximizing, then it will not find the required selectors on screen. Okay, so here I have put the breakpoints, so quickly step into it. Then I'll see what is the changes happening over here. So there is till now there is no error by far. Okay, so again I will click on step into. So what yet happened? Okay, nothing so far. Then again I will click on step into. Nothing is happening. Okay, then again step into, get share price, again step into. Here we should get the error. In our last video we were getting error over here. So UiPath Studio is processing, and it will try the selectors which we have defined to with their default duration. Okay, so once the default duration is reached, then it will throw the error. See, cannot find the UI element corresponding to the selectors. Okay, this is the error which we were getting. So quickly I will make some changes over here. First I will just maximize our browser by putting one activity here inside our open browser activity. Okay, so here what I will do, on top of for each loop I will put one activity that is called maximize window. Okay, so I have maximized the window. So whatever browser opens any tab, so it will automatically maximize your window. Okay, this is the one part which I have done so far. Okay, so what I'm trying to do, so my click activity was not working. So what I will do, I will just simulate click, so it will work on background. If my UiPath Studio is not able to get the browser on screen, or it may be appearance is not good, so then it will work on background. So I will click on simulate click. Okay, and nothing else. Okay, so the same thing I will check for search your share price. It is a get text activity, so where I will click on simulate type. Okay, so what I will do, I will check one more property, click before typing. Okay, to make sure that we are entering on the empty text box. Okay, so empty field I will also click down. Okay, so I have checked this field also. So and what we can change over here, nothing. Okay, so send hotkeys, what we can make the changes. Click before typing, no. Delay between keys, I'm not setting right now. Okay, let's hope what we can do. Okay, so what we have done so far, we have not yet reached till here. Okay, so what I will do, I will just debug again to find out whether we have make the changes is suitable to our automation project or not. Okay, so I have again debugged the project, and now it has already been executing. So first part is done. Now my project has entered in the second part. So it has already been grabbed the data by far, and now it has entered into the second sequence. Okay, so somewhere it has reached to click. Okay, so I'll show you. So my breakpoint is it on click activity, so I will just step into. Okay, so I will again step into to see what is the output of output underscore get row, which should check Indian Oil Corporation. Okay, so this is the first row item. I'll show you in my Excel file also. So I will just go to my top 50 companies. I will show you what is my first item. This is a local span. We can see the what are the runtime variables which we are getting. Okay, so over here I'll just open the top 50 files. The first share name is Indian Oil Corporation, so we are getting the right values. Okay, so values is not as far as concerned. Okay, so what we had done, see, my Indian Oil Corporation has already come to my search box. Okay, so till now my project is working over here. Now I will again step into, so then it will send the hotkey. Okay, the moment I will step into, then it should fetch the value. See, the get share name, what is the variable name? Share name. Share name variable et now. Why? So my value is not coming correct. So here we have a problem, right? So share price is null, share name is et now. So something is wrong. Let's see. Let's hope our automation is working absolutely fine. Okay, so I'll see why it is happening. I'll show you what we have searched. So my selector got this et now, right? So that means send hotkey was not worked. Okay, so that is the problem. Okay, so what I will do here, I will just stop this workflow over here. Then I will go to my workflow over here, and I will remove this breakpoint. Okay, so I will remove all the breakpoints over here, right? Okay, so I have removed all the breakpoints over here. So the next thing which I'm going to do, okay, so this click activity, my hotkey was not working, right? Send hotkey was not working. So why it was not working? So let me see. If it is not delayed between keys, enter. Okay, send hotkeys. Okay, delay after and delay before. Okay, so I will set this property delay after and delay before. I will give the integer value. So I will say that 2000. I will set this property to 2000 milliseconds, and another thing, and I will again 2000 milliseconds. Okay, so I will set this property over here. So by doing this way, so what will happen, the moment you will send the hotkey, UiPath will wait for 2 seconds. Every time it will wait. Okay, so let's debug again what is happening. Okay, so my project has already been started here. Okay, so it will first complete the first part, grabbing the data and saving into the .csv file. Then again second sequence will start. It will again fetch the data. Okay, so now After fetching the data, it will search that data, whatever is available in the top 50 file, I mean .csv file. See, then it should click now. My text box has already been appear. First Indian Oil share has already been written, and the send hotkey was given to the browser. Okay, so now Indian Oil Corporation share price and the value has been appeared. Congratulations, my friend, we have successfully searched our first value. Okay, so now the second value, Reliance Industries, has also been written in our search box. Now it will send the hotkey after 2 seconds. It will wait for 2 seconds, and before sending the hotkey, then again it will wait. After sending the hotkeys, it will, both the time it will wait for 2 seconds to get the time to load this website, because this website has so many things. It's a real website, real time website. So it has lot many things, lot many ads are there. They have, used the single point of pixel on this website. They have put it so many things, so many AWS is working, Hadoop is working, and so many machine learning algorithms are working on this page. That's why the huge load on this page. So our browser was getting loaded every time, the every single click, then browser used to be reloaded. Okay, so oil and natural gases, ONGC has already been appeared. Tata Steel has also been appeared. Now project is going successfully. Okay, so it will search everything. Okay, so I'm not going in that deep. I will just stop here. Okay, so what we are trying to do, I will show you. I have already resolved that issue by putting the delays. Okay, my send hotkey is absolutely working. We are getting the price, we are getting the name of share from the browser. Okay, so what we are trying to do, what is our next goal in this project? We need to write back to our CSV file. Whatever we are getting, we need to write back into the Excel file. Okay, so what I will do, I will bring here one Excel application scope. Okay, so by doing this way, we will be able to write whatever we are fetching the data from browser. Okay, so Excel application scope I have already been dragged. Okay, so I will just give the workbook path where I want to save. I will give the same path where my top 50 companies is there. Okay, I will just select my folder. It is taking time, don't know why. Okay, so there is no file. Okay, so first I will create one Excel file over here. Okay, if it is not their file, then I'll show you. Once you delete this file, then it will automatically create. So what I'm trying to do, I will give the name of uh, top 50 top 50 share price. Okay, the earlier file was, my earlier file was top 50 companies.csv, or now top 50 share price. Okay, so just open this file. Okay, I have clicked on open. Okay, so it is taking some time. I think some background services are running on my laptop, that's why it is taking time every time. Okay, okay, so I have select and click on open. So it has already been got the path. Okay, so I will click one activity, right cell activity over here. I will bring one more activity, right cell. Okay, so right cell activity I have taken, sheet 1, column A1, and the value. What would be my value? First I want to write my share name. Okay, so my share name, I will check whether it is available due to scope limitation. Okay, so share name is there, and then I will write share price in the next column. Okay, so I will bring the same activity over here, and I will give the column name as B1. Okay, so here I will not start from row 1, I will start from row 2. and I will start column B2. Okay, I will enhance this thing. I will show you how to append the data once you have already been created. This is the very first time, so I will just going through it. Then I will show you how you can automatically put your column in the Excel file. Okay, so here I will give the share price. Okay, hope everything is fine. Okay, so let's hope for the best. Now I will click on debug. First I will close all the tab. Okay, so every time we are not going to manually close all the browser. Okay, so here, in if you remember in my first video, I have closed the browser automatically. The same thing I will do here. What I'm trying to do, I will put one browser variable in my open browser. Okay, so I'm going back to my open browser, and here I will set one output of my browser. Okay, so my system is not responding. So what we are going to do here, I will create one browser variable. Just hit the Control K and put the UI, not UI, uh, close browser, close browser. Okay, and two, because of we have already used in my first workflow, so now we are using the second time, so I have changed the name accordingly, and come here and change the scope of this variable, close browser, so we can use this variable scope in the entire flowchart. Okay, so what I will do, I will come down and I will bring one close tab. Okay, so close tab activity I will take, and I will give the browser as an input, close browser 2. Okay, so now we are not going to close the browser every time. Okay, so hope for the best. I'm just clicking on debug. Let's see how my project is going to be. So if you see on the output panel, my project is initiating. First it will analyze it. No, first it will save the file, then it will analyze if there whether is whether is there any variable issues, any kind of issues if we are not getting. Okay, so it will analyze throughout the project, throughout your all the files, then it will initiate that our etina automation execution has already been started. You can see on the screen. Okay, so first part has already been completed. Now second part we have already entered. Click activity has already been started. Indian Oil Corporation has already been written. Send hotkeys was given to the browser. Okay, now it is fetching the data and it will write back to my Excel sheet. Okay, just have a look. Just see, one or more errors occurred. My click span activity got failed here. Okay, so what I can do here, my click activity was not able to get. Okay, so why it is happening, I'll tell you. See what happened over here. See, in open browser, my loop is iterating, right? So every time it has to go and take the value out of it. Okay, but we have put it this close tab, so it is not able to get that browser, right? So we need to change this close tab. We should not put it over here. I'll tell you where we need to put. Just cut this activity. Okay, so what, where we have to put, we have to put after for each row. Okay, so after for each row we need to put, I will just collapse this and open browser for each row. After this, inside the browser I can paste my activity here. Okay, so I can paste here as well. Once all the for each row activity is done. Okay, so now let's debug again. It should not happen. Let's hope so. It's executing again. First part is done, second part has already started. Now it's working, seems fine till now. Okay, so Indian Oil is done. Now it will search for another one. I think it was Reliance. If we are not getting any error. Yes, that's right. Reliance Industries is there. It has already been sent the hotkeys. Reliance Industries. Okay, we are getting the very fun part here. My selector got failed here. Why? Because of Reliance Industries Limited, and I have searched for Reliance Industries only. Did you see the difference? Did you see the difference? My selectors got failed here. So I will tell you the very interesting thing. If it has already been come here, I will demonstrate you how to use the try catch activity here. Okay, so you will get all the exceptional handling over here. So how we can we can do this such things. What I'm trying to do, I will do one thing. See, I will put one sequence here first. Where is my activities? I will take one sequence here. Okay, so I will give this sequence name is exception handling. Exception handling. Okay, you can give the better name obviously. Okay, so I will put both the workflows inside this exceptional handling sequence. Okay, oops. Okay, so now what I will do, I will just surrounding the sequence to my try catch activity. Okay, so what I'm trying to do, first time it will go to this browser. If we get certain types or like this on browser, by any chance, if we are getting any other kind of activity, that will also we can add into the catch file. Okay, first time it will go, that was working fine. If we get such type of exceptions or such type of different appearance on browser, then we can put into our in catch section. Okay, so I will add one more catch. Okay, what was the output we were getting? Cannot find the UI element. Okay, so I will add one catch. So UI, no, it's not there. What should do? UI element not found. Okay, so at one catch we can browse the types. Okay, so UI, okay, it's not getting that way. Element not found, element not found exception. Okay, element not found exception. Okay, so what we need to do here, we have to take to get text activity. Okay, get text activity. Okay, so I will bring two get text activity here one by one. Okay, so first I will press F2, then oh my god, I have hit the wrong thing. Okay, so I will press again F2, then I have to go to the browser. Okay, so now what I'm trying to do, I'm just fetching this kind of share name from the browser. Okay, so this is how you have to do it. So I will set the output what we have earlier. Okay, so I will set the share price share name variable. Okay, so whenever we get the exception, at first it will go to the try section, then it will move to catch section if we got such type of exceptions. Okay, so the variable output will be the remain same. Okay, then I will fetch the share value over here, and I will put the same output share price. Okay, same variable name share price. Okay, so this is how we have completed our exception here. Let's try, hope it should work fine. Okay, so let's debug again. I will close this browser manually. once. Okay, so now I will try to debug again. Okay, just click on debug. So project has started, your workflow automation. First part is completed. Now it has entered in the second part. Indian oil is there. It should search lines in the next cycle. You can observe here. See, the every moment you write anything on your Excel, the UiPath Studio, what it does behind the scenes, it opens the Excel file and get those values, right? And write that value on the same Excel sheet, right? Now the exception has occurred. Let me see if it is working fine or not. Okay, so now the execution is happening inside this box. First, it has already been gone through the try. It is not satisfied. Now it has moved to cache section. Let me see. We are still getting error. Okay, so I will first stop this debug. So element not found exception is not satisfying this one. Okay, so what I will do, I will add one more catch here. Okay, so first I will go and just copy this sequence, and I will one more catch that selector not found. Okay, selector not found, selector not found exception. Okay, I will paste here. Okay, so can I test this way? Test activity, run from this activity, because my browser is open, right? So I will step into, okay, can I step into, the browser has open. Now it will hit on the click, object reference not set. Okay, this way we cannot debug. Okay, so I will just stopping this debugging. Okay, so I will debug the entire project once again. Let's see what we are getting the output. I'm just closing this browser manually. This is my project browser. See, my first window which was opening, can you see the difference between both the browser? First browser was not maximizing, whereas second browser is getting maximized, right? Because of this is just because happening, we have put one single activity that is called maximize window. We have not put it into our first workflow. In my first video, if you go through that, we have not put it yet. So I will put that maximize activity as well once we finish this debugging. Okay, so what has happened, let me check. It is executing, still no error was thrown by the studio. It is still executing. I don't know what is happening behind the scenes. There is no exception thrown by the studio. Still executing. Something is happening to this workflow. Let's see if there is any error or any exception which was leading. What has happened? I'm not able to understand. So let me stop this. We will again start this debugging. Don't know what was happened. I will close this browser manually. Okay, so I will start this debug again. Let's see what was happening. First part is done. Indian oil is getting searched. It's working fine now. Now it's turned to Reliance Industries where we were getting error. Actually, exceptions we were getting. I just want to check whether the selector not found exception is working well or not. See, where we were getting the exception, it should work. It should work now, I think. If it is not working, then we will have to use the another trick in try catch box. Inside the try catch section, it usually takes time because of there are some default times was assigned to each and every activity. Try section has individual default value, and the catch section also has some default value. So system will wait up to that time. So I think it's still not working. Okay, so we should go and check. Okay, so we again see the my name part has already been passed, but my pricing part was not able to find the UI element. Okay, so what we can do, we will separate this try catch section. Okay, so what I will do, I will just cut this share name. Okay, so I will put outside the try catch, paste it here, and surround this try catch. Okay, and one catch here. Okay, so inside this try catch, first let me handle this one. I will just inside this sequence, I think element not found exception, I should delete it. Element not found. Okay, so selector not found, I will delete first activity from here. Okay, so this will try for price. I hope so, it should work now. And what I will do, I will add one more exception here, that is element not found. Okay, element not found. Okay, and what I will do, I will take one get text activity. Okay, I will indicate on browser, and I will put the share name as the output variable. Okay, so far so good. Okay, so I have changed the try catch block over here. Okay, let's see if it is worked or not. Just close this browser. Let's debug again. So we have done the required changes in try catch block. Okay, so hope it should work now. So automation execution has started. Okay, so you can see on the screen that the first part is executing right now. Then it will go to the second sequence where we have mentioned read CSV activity. So it will get the data from top 50 companies, right? So it has already been started, and Indian Oil Corporation is getting searched. So now system is fetching the data. The one thing, if you are noticing, while getting the text from the browser, a red highlighted checkbox is appearing. This is appearing just because I have enabled the highlight part while debugging. Okay, so I'll show you once it is completed, so where you can also enable that, because of every time whenever it is getting the data and any action is getting performed on screen, so it will show you the red box where it is getting, so you will get the clear idea what is happening on the browser. Okay, and which element and where the browser is getting clicked, so you will get the fair idea what is going behind the scenes, right? So here we have landed the same page, the same problem again. Let's see how our UiPath exception handling is working. We are quite hopeful that this time it should work. We have separated the try catch block where the first get text was the share name that has already been executed, it seems, and now it is entering to the second try catch block where we have taken the get share price activity. Okay, so hopefully it should get passed now. It is taking time because if there are some default time is there. See behind the scene, if you see observe in the taskbar, one Excel sheet is appearing. Now it has already been passed. Congratulations. So now you have learned how to use the try catch block. Okay, so now I will just demonstrate you two to three more examples here. See if we get any another exception. Otherwise, I'll show you one more interesting thing just in few seconds. Okay, so here we are not getting any exception. It's a normal situation. This is the delay before and after delay which we have provided 2 seconds. That's why system is taking time. If you want, you can remove those delays. If you want to improve the performance of your robot, it is possible. Okay, so now it's working fine. Okay, so I'm stopping this debugging right now. Okay, just click on stop debugging, so it will automatically get stopped. So manually I'm going to uh, close this browser. Okay, so I'm closing all these browsers manually. Okay, so I'll show you a very interesting thing here. If you see that top 50 companies is the data scraping part. Okay, and if you see where we are writing our data. Okay, so let me refresh this. Okay, so here if you see top 50 share price.xls, if you open this file and if you see we have searched almost 4 to 5 shares, right? But here if you see this is appearing Bharat Petroleum, that's the last one. Okay, so whatever data we were searching, so it is rewriting again and again, right? So are you getting my point? What I'm trying to say you that every time it is rewriting our Excel, right? It is not appending the data. Okay, so our target was to append the data. Okay, so how we can achieve this, achieve that, so I will show you how you can achieve that. See, inside the application, Excel application scope, what we can do, we can take one activity here, path exist. Okay, this is the very useful activity. Okay, so what I will do here, I will choose a file. Okay, and path I will give the same path which is there. Okay, so what I'm trying to do, whenever our file path is available, okay, our file path is available, then it will not create the file again and again. Okay, so once it is available, then it will try to append the data. I'll show you how to append the data. That's a very tricky thing here. So what I'll do, I'll just create one variable. Okay, put the control K, and here you can give the output name as path exist. Okay, share file path exist, share file exist. Okay, just hit the enter button. So this is the boolean type of variable. Okay, so we will get to know that if you click on the variable tab. Okay, so what you can do, see this share file exist variable type is boolean. Okay, so what I'm trying to do here, I'm just taking this one if activity here. Okay, so I'll bring one more activity if. Okay, so what I'm trying to do, basically I'm just checking the path. Okay, so share file path, share file exist. Okay, it's a boolean. If it is a true, if my path is exist, then this section will execute, right? And if path does not exist, then this block will work, right? This is what I target, and this is how if activity works in UiPath. Okay, so what I'll do, I will collapse this, and I will bring the entire thing in the else section. Okay, because of whenever your path does not exist, your path does not exist, and if your file even does not exist, then else part will work. What we need to do, if our share file exists, then what you need to do, so again you have to read that file. If that file exists, you have to use the read range activity here. Okay, so the moment you use this activity, read range activity, so you will get to know how many rows are available in your Excel sheet. Okay, so by doing that way, you will be able to count the row count. Okay, so you will be able to do row count if your file is already exist, right? So here I will do read range activity. Okay, so I will bring down one more activity that is called read range activity. Okay, read range activity. I think I have brought something else. I was not looking for this one. Read range I was looking for through app, this one, workbook read range. There are differences. Okay, so I will give the path, I will give the workbook path where my Excel sheet is lying. Okay, so I will give this path share price, top 50 share price. Okay, so here I'm removing this A1 to A2 because of I want to read the range for my uh, entire sheet. Okay, I want to read the entire sheet. So okay, so I will take the output variable here. Okay, by pressing Control K, and the output variable data table will be the naming, you can do at your own if you want to mention. Okay, so here I'm going to put output data table name is like this, existing share file. Okay, existing share file. Okay, so we here what we are trying to do, we have a data table, right? So we have read the range. So what I will do here, I will bring one more activity called assign activity. Okay, so I will cross this and I will search one more activity that is called assign activity. Okay, so I will bring assign activity just below to read range activity. Okay, so here I will, what I will do, I will create one more variable called existing range. Okay, so we, what we are trying to do, we are just taking the existing range if my file is available. Okay, so how you can do, so we have a one data table. Okay, so I'm taking that existing share file, this is my data table, and I will use my data table dot rows dot count. Okay, so what it will give you, it will give you the total count. Okay, so what you need to do, you have to do one more thing, because of my headers is also there, right? One header is there, so I'm just putting one, so it will automatically start from the second row. Okay, so this is how it works. So existing range, I think it should be numeric value, and I have created a string, so I have to change the variable type from here, string to boolean, so your error or validation error will go away. Okay, so till now what we have done, we have assigned the existing range, and now this existing range we have to use. Okay, so what I will do, I will copy the same Excel application scope from here, because we are going to do the similar things here, right? But it would be a dynamic, don't worry. So I'll tell you. Oh, sorry, I have just copied the same thing again. I need to paste here. Okay, so what we have done, oops, something went wrong. Okay, let me copy this, then I have to paste here, because we are doing the same thing, right? Why it is appearing two times existing range? I will delete one existing range variable here, then automatically your error will go down. Okay, so what I have done, I have bring this Excel application scope from our else part, because of the everything is going to remain same. What you have to change, you have to change this static row. Okay, so static column name, or column name and row name. Okay, so here I want to write a plus my existing range. Okay, so how this will work, I will show you in Excel sheet. Okay, so existing range is my numeric value, and we want to, you know, uh, type here string variable. Okay, so I will convert this integer value to string by using dot to string function. Okay, so here I have done the dynamic part of this automatically appending the data in the existing file. Similarly, I have to do the same thing for column B as well, because we want to put the share price associated with the share name. Okay, then similarly you can add share file exist. No, existing range I was looking for. Existing range dot to string, then plus 1, because we have headers also. Oh shit, that we have already done. No need to do. Okay, it's done. It's done. Okay, so we have successfully implemented the dynamic part here. Okay, I will do one more thing here. I will just show you how it will work, how we have designed this. I will give you the brief idea on this, so you will be able to understand what we are trying to do. Okay, so what I have done here, if you see from this automatic or dynamic content perspective, see a1. Okay, so first time this file exists, then suppose, let's say if we have headers, okay, then we have a header, then it will not write in the first row. Okay, it will start from the second. That is why I have added one in our existing range variable, so it will start automatically into the next available row. Okay, it will not rewrite in the same row. Okay, so let's debug again. Let's see if our automation is working or not. Okay, so what I'm trying, I'm not deleting this file right now because if I want to check my this part. Okay, then block I just want to check because of else part anyways it was working fine, that we have already seen. There's just some error which I can see here. I don't know what is the error. Let me go down. Where is this error? Where it is coming from? It is coming from somewhere here only. Existing range is not declared. It may be inaccessible due to protection. Why? Existing range I have created just now. Why it is appearing to sequence? It should not be sequence. I'll mention to the flowchart. Then error will go. Okay, so now we will check this automation. I'm just debugging again to show you how our automation is working. Okay, so as earlier we have already seen, the execution will go to the first sequence block in our flowchart, then again it will go to our second sequence. Okay, so now second sequence has already been started just like before. Okay, so we will see our again and again we will see that our try catch or exception handling part was working fine or not. Okay, so here we will test those things again. Okay, we will see if there is any kind of exceptions UiPath was throwing, or we will check if it is there any exception occurs, then we will definitely make some provision inside the try catch block. Okay, see, now we are entering into the exception handling part and where it should work now. It should work. Whatever I have done in the Excel, on dynamic content, you can use this trick in your different Excel automation projects. I will do another automation project on Excel as well. Okay, so where you can use, if you want to use this kind of trick by automating your Excel sheets in dynamic content, you can use this trick. You can do lot of modifications if you want to do. Your boat will work fine. It is taking now more time because of two try catch block is there. Okay, so now it's working. If you see behind the scenes, see State Bank of India is now appearing. I will close this debug after this. Okay, so because of we have already searched three, then my file should contain three line item in the Excel file. Okay, so I'm going to stop this one because of Excel writing process has already been done. Okay, so I'm just stopping here. Okay, so I'm just stopping here and we'll see what was happened to our Excel file. Okay, so I'm just opening this file. See how it's working. It was working Indian Oil, State Bank. Okay, so this is how you can append your all the data here. Okay, so this is how our automation is done. Okay, so I will do one more thing in this automation project. I want to send this file, top 50 share file, top 50 share price file, to my respective stakeholders. So I will do the email automation as well in this project, and I will do in my next video. Okay, so until then, happy automation. Thank you.